Most people, when they hear the word domestic violence, assume it is physical violence. They expect to see a bruise or a cut. But domestic violence is so much more than that. It's emotional abuse, financial abuse, even sexual abuse or spiritual abuse. When a woman contacts Jewish Women's Aid, they are usually quite traumatised. They will have experienced domestic violence or abuse, usually over a period of years. So by the time they come to us, some particular incident would have triggered it off.
The financial abuse was the worst. He never let me have a bank card or a chequebook. I was just given small amounts of pocket money over our 50-year marriage. He even chose my hair dye colour, and I was nervous that when he picked me up from the salon, he wouldn't pay if he didn't like the shade that my hair ended up. I cannot tell you the day I lost my voice in my marriage. I'm not sure there was an exact moment, but it was probably over 50 years ago.
People sometimes say to me, but why are women so stupid? Why do they stay for so long? What is it? What's going on? Why would a woman stay for 20 years in an abusive relationship if he's being so horrible to her? And the answer is really complex, because they know where they are with the abuse. They know where they are with the abuser. The unknown is unknown. They don't know if they'll have access to money. They don't know if they'll have access to housing. They just know that actually they dealt with the last round of abuse, they survived it, and they can probably deal with the next bit.
And will you let me stop pretending everything's alright and everything's just fine?
What they don't always know is something that we know, which is that the abuse escalates over time, and every single incident, which is always followed by an apology and then possibly a quiet period, it gets worse. So the next one is worse than the one before.
He waited for me in the car. He pulled over on a quiet road and punched me on the arms and between my legs till I bruised. I could barely walk. It was the summer, and I heard my sister-in-law say to my husband, "If you're going to hit her, don't be a fool. Wait till she's wearing a long sleeve top or punch her where no one can see." That night he started banging my head against the floor. No one could ever see those bruises.
The house is a residential house. It's a 3-bedroom semi in a residential street, unidentifiable from any other property that you would see. We didn't have massive resources to do it up, so with the benefit of a few donations and a couple of grants, we've made it as decent as we can for women who are coming to us. So the women come to us, they're fleeing domestic violence, they're at a completely low point in their lives. They are unable to resource anything, pretty much. They come sometimes just with a plastic bag full of whatever they've managed to grab on their way out of the house.
When I heard the key in the front door, I would be terrified. I would never know what mood he was in. I used to shush the kids when he came through the door and pray that he wouldn't shout and abuse me. He used to tell me I was a worthless cow and chipped away at my self-esteem. I was a lawyer, but when I got home I was made to crawl on the floor and lick my husband's boots till they shone. Someone in my Jewish community posted an envelope with my name on through the letterbox. It contained a leaflet for Jewish Women's Aid. For the first time in my 25-year marriage, I didn't feel so alone.
Our job is to not only look after them emotionally, but physically as well. So we have to help them to equip themselves for the rest of their lives. We provide a service where the women come to us at a really, really low point, and they say to us that actually coming to an organisation that understands that they're Jewish gives them a lot of comfort.
Hello, Jewish Women's Aid, how can I help you?
I remember the day I memorised the number. I was on the toilet at my shul and I saw a poster for Jewish Women's Aid. I memorised the number for 9 hours. That's when my life began.